Hey, TL Brown here. Today I wanted to share a book I recently read and reviewed. It's called Beautiful Prey by Lora Darc, and you can find it on Amazon. It's in categories like gothic romance and suspenseful romance. It is a dark romance novel. I would say it's a dark romance novel. That is subjective. Um, and while I wouldn't say that the main character, Eve, fully resonated with me, once I got past her decision to secretly face her family's killer, a psychopath named Emery, I understood why she kept going back, and I felt compelled to keep reading. Each interaction gave me a reason to go back. Each twist, each secret that came out gave me a reason to go back and read yet another chapter. Eve made some unusual choices in this book, but I accepted them. I think this is I think it's in line with what the author wanted to present, and as a result, the character felt authentic. Um, I was a bit unnerved because I found myself rooting for Emery as the plot progressed. The more I learned, the more I cared about him. I wanted to see something truly good in his life, even though he was a psychopath. Um, and maybe it was because through Eve's eyes, and her compassion translated to me, and I felt compassion, or maybe just being a compassionate person, I felt that way. Either way, it does work. Um, but even so, Emery is not a bad boy who just needs to be loved, or a morally gray character who saves the day, or even a villain who, in the end, does the right thing. Emery is a killer, and he does not regret the very, very bad things that he has done. He's not going to get better no matter what Eve believes or what misguided therapist might think. Um, in spite of my compassion for Emery, I would not want to sit across from him. I would not want to have a conversation with him, even if he was chained to the chair like he is for a good portion of the book. Um, and yet, I think this was part of the author's planful development of Emery's character through these intricate small scenes between Eve and Emery that bit by bit over time, once again, you're compelled to see him as more than just a killer. Um, you know, through Eve's interactions and in between the hallucinations that he has, you will find a man who is intelligent, well read, thoughtful, strategic, adept, creative, confident. Um, but there's also this other side of Emery that's revealed where he approaches intimacy with much trepidation, and there's a hopefulness in that, but it's laced with fear. The tenderness he expresses, even at his most beastly, is clear. Even when it's unexpected, it is still there and it's clear. I do want to touch on a very important part. Emery wears a skull mask over his face for the majority of this story. He does let Eve remove it, and he occasionally will remove it himself, and he does even more so as the story progresses. For me, the mask is a symbol of how the world perceives him, this dealer of death, this killer, but it's also what he wants the world to perceive him as. And I believe that it masks this broken man, a violent man, but a broken man, and it hides his scars, literal and figurative. but whether the mask is on or off, he is deadly dangerous. Expect some surprises in this book. There will be side characters you'll love or hate, and all hell eventually breaks loose. If you like steam or heat in your dark romance books, you'll find it here. On a 1 to 5 scale, I'd say the steam and heat is probably a 3 or a 4, but again, remember that is subjective. Overall, there isn't much sex in the book, but you will find some explicit scenes. I will say I anticipated the ending, and I was kind of dreading the ending. I thought there's only one way this can go, and I was really, kind of dreading it. Even though I knew that this was a first book in a duet series, I was still dreading it. The author surprised me at the end. There's a great twist, and kudos to you, Lora Darc. I was so pleased with how you ended this book, and it set it up perfectly for the second book in the series, which is called Haunted Prey. And Haunted Prey just released yesterday, January 17th, 2025, and I'm 50% of the way through with it. Once again, I'm captivated and compelled to read. So 5 stars to Beautiful Prey by Lora Darc. Yes, new author to follow. And if dark romance is up your alley, check it out. You just might enjoy it too. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you the next time.